Hello folks, Sunny Puzikas here on this November 9th, day after the elections here in US. Just a very short little rant about, I guess, the experience that we all have witnessed over the past months, really, but especially in the last few weeks and even days. And what I'm referring to is the so-called fucking mainstream media. You know, I think what we have seen, the bias, the special interest approach to so-called quote-unquote reporting of what was going on during the election campaign, where people stood, what issues they addressed, and what stance they took on those issues. I don't know what it would take for people to realize that this so-called media is a big fucking lie machine. It's nothing more than that, and you know, to most of us, I guess, deep down we all knew it for a long time, years. You know, the CNN, the CBS, the MSNBC, the ABCs, and all other alphabet soup. Journalism is dead. Okay, there is no more journalism. The media is a special interest group. It's plain and simple. So what I would ask everyone to do is turn it off. Turn it off, because the information, the opinions, and sometimes, yes, they are biased, but at the very least they're not paid special interest serving opinions, are no longer to be found on mainstream media. They are in social media. They are in more independent YouTube channels by many people that talk about issues, political issues, economic issues, social issues. You know, the social justice warriors that cry for, you know, this or that complain about the fascism of the new incoming administration of Donald Trump, the outright lies about his supposedly upcoming oppression of women's rights, minority rights, to include people of color, to include religious minorities, to include gay community. You know, it was interesting. I just received a link from my girlfriend, from Megan, and it was not reported. I never saw it, about Trump actually bringing out the rainbow flag on one of his rallies 2 days before election in Colorado. Mainstream media never reported it. You know, he's the first Republican candidate and now president-elect to openly express his support for the community. And you know, Hillary lip service, I'm going to be a president for all the people, while people like her and her herself remember the blacks, the Mexicans, the illegals during the last few weeks of fucking election cycle, and nothing gets done. Inner cities going down as they were going down for decades. Nothing is being addressed. There's a lot of big talk and very little, if none, of the action. How does it help minorities with the Obamacare? They touting, you know, 20 million more people are insured. I'm sorry, people like myself and many others can no longer afford the fucking insurance. That Affordable Care Act. So I think it's time for mainstream media to die, and it's up to us to kill it. It's up to us to kill it, because they don't provide nothing but division, racial baiting, you know, stuff that definitely doesn't serve to what we're all probably aiming for, you know, so-called, you know, healing of the nation, of the great divide that we observed during this election cycle and all the previous election cycles, as a matter of fact. But this one definitely exposed it to a greater depth. So yet again, let's kill the media, let's kill the big networks, because they are nothing but special interests, and we all saw clearly which side they serve. There's no doubt about it. So let's switch to where more independent thinkers talk about issues. Yes, many of them, myself included. We are opinionated. We stand quite strongly on some issues, be it gun rights, be it international relations, be it the illegal immigration, be it taxation, otherwise known as theft, whatever it is. Again, at the very least, these opinions are not paid by special interests, and those who have brains, they will be able to gather some information and come to their own conclusions, as opposed to being injected with a fucking poison and lies by a special interest media, mainstream media, and then forming their opinions as far as their vote, as far as their stance on issues at hand, based on those lies and that poison. And that is that. Sunny Puzikas here. Peace.